represents Britain, Germany, France. Alright, it represents Russia. Well, Russia is a part of Esau kingdom.
God.
He's not part of the beast in Revelation, but he's a part of the kingdom of the Edomites. Because the Russians is Esau. Right? They're not together. All of them is Edomites, but they're not ruling. They're not together. But Russia is a strong nation. Then you have the clay, which is like Lithuania, Greece, Belgium. What is our next? These are weak nations. Italy. Venezuela. France nuclear capable. You have a weak nation in the whole NATO and the EU setup. Huh? Nah, in the NATO and the EU setup. You have weak nations like Canada, that weaker, that like clay. Canada, they are part of the whole NATO and the EU setup. You have Germany strong. You have Lithuania, you have Belgium, them weak. Greece weak. You have Denmark weak, Iceland, Finland, Scotland, all of them weaker than America. Them weaker than Germany. Them weaker than France. Them weaker than all of these stronger European nations. Understand? So that is iron mixed with a miry clay. And they cannot join one to another because guess what? From the Russians to the American Edomites. What is the thing that they have in common? All of them is freaking Edomites. All of them is Edomites. Putin is an Edomite just like Trump. Right? Denmark, all of them, the president, the top men and them, they so-called white people, and none of them they just can't get along with each other. They just can't get along with each other. That is that iron mixed with miry clay. In so much that Brexit took place just last month. Britain left the European Union. Britain left the European Union. What is that? That is that prophecy coming to pass. They shall not cleave one to another.
That's right, that's right.
So this is the point that we are in time right now. We are at the point in time at the feet of the statue that Nebuchadnezzar saw, that Daniel and Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego interpreted for him. Through the spirit of power, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. They interpreted that vision through the power of the Lord for Nebuchadnezzar, and there was on point. And that same vision still in effect today. And we are at the feet of that vision. The very, very, very end of the vision. The toes. The toes were mixed with iron and miry clay.
That's right.
That's what he is in time right now. So that means, we got Lamentations 4 and 21. Holy Daniel, sir.
The book of Lamentation, chapter 4 and verse 21. It says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shall make thyself naked.
Right, so, well.
It said, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion.
Right, so when our punishment of our iniquity will be accomplished when Edom go down. So that means Edom had to be the last ruler on the face of the earth. That's basically what it's saying there. It says, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. And right after that, I say, our punishment is over. So when them fall, we punishment over, so they will have us in the end as captives. Well,
The second Ezra, chapter 6, verse 8 and 9. And he said, bring it out. Can.
Because you don't understand the timelines and you don't understand the prophecy, what happening on the face of the globe. What happening right now? We went through Babylon captivity. We went through the Medo-Persian captivity already. Them things we don't have to go through that again. We don't have to go through Babylon captivity again. We don't have to reincarnate and come through the Medo-Persian captivity again. That don't go. We don't have to reincarnate and come through the Greco-Roman world again. That don't go. Right now we presently in the modern Roman Empire, which is known as America, Babylon the Great, and NATO and the EU. Which is the feet of the statue that Daniel saw. And not Daniel, Nebuchadnezzar saw, which Daniel interpreted. That is where we is right now. But
this is 2nd Ezra chapter 6 verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
That's right.
And that is it. Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So right as they fall, we will rise. Well,
Lamentation chapter 4, verse 22, it said, the punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sin.
right, so go back into Daniel.
Daniel chapter 2 and verse 42, it says, and as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. And whereas thou sowest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay.
Right, so they ain't going and cleave one to another. They will mingle themselves with all these other nations, but all of them they just will be cleaving to each other. Look at the Democrats and the Republicans. All of these Edomite rulerships, all of them have some opposing force to each other. And we kingdom is going on another. All of them will be in one accord.
That's right.
All of them have some opposing force to each other. You see no on that side of the table, I see no on this side of the table. And all of them is Edomites. All of them is brothers, but you sit down there, I sit down here, and you have a different opinion from me. That is how them does rule. Our kingdom wouldn't be like that. Go ahead.
The book of Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom.
So that is it. And hey, as I was saying, the Russians and the American, Russia is not part of the beast. The beast, which is NATO and the EU, but they are Edomites. The Russians is Edomites. The Americans is Edomites. The head of Russia is Edomites and the head of America is Edomites. The head of Britain is Edomites. The head of Germany is Edomites. The head of France is Edomites. The head of Trinidad is Edomites. The head of Jamaica is Edomites. The head of Saudi Arabia is Edomites. All of them is Edomites. All of them is Edomites and none of them doesn't see eye to eye. All of them beefing with each other. That is how them kingdom set up. That is how them kingdom set up. Well,
back in Daniel chapter 2 and verse 44, it says, and in the days of these kings.
Right, so it says in the days of these kings. So who is the kings? Trump is a king, called our president today. He's a king. Putin is a king, called our president today. Right? Boris Johnson in England, he's a king, called our president today. Rowley, all of them is the kings of the country that they're presiding over. They just call presidents and prime ministers today because of how they set up the system with the Senate and whatnot. And they say they take out the king status and use it a different way of rulership, as it says in the Maccabees. But they are kings. Now in the days of these kings, what kings? These kings were ruling the face of the earth. Your Trumps, your Putins, your whoever presiding over Iran, whoever presiding over Iraq, whoever presiding over Canada, whoever presiding over North Africa, wherever the hell they presided. In the days of these kings, why is their kingdom is ruling? Why is the kingdom going on? Why is the kingdom continuing and looking like it's going on continue? Right? Go ahead.
It says, for as much as those, now in the days, verse 44, and in the days of these kings shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed.
So in the days of them kings, the Heavenly Father is going to set up a kingdom which will never be destroyed.
That's right.
Which is what you're seeing going on right. This is why you are seeing Israelites all over the face of the earth preaching. The scripture said, I will get it. This is the book of Luke, chapter 17 and verse 20. Right? It says, and when he was demanded of the Pharisees when the kingdom of the Most High should come, he answered them and said, the kingdom of God cometh not with observation, neither shall they say, lo here or lo there, for behold, the kingdom of the Most High is within you.
That's
So
right.
when you see these camps waking up all over the face of the earth, this is the prophecy of the Heavenly Father getting ready to establish a kingdom which shall never be destroyed.
That's right.
Alright? When will it happen? In the days of the kings are ruling? In the days of Donald Trump? In the days of Vlad Putin? In the days of Kim Jong-un? In the days of Xi Jinping? Right? In the days of Queen of England? In the days of the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers ruling in them time period. In the time period of them ruling, when the Edomites, when the scripture said, when he's about to fill his belly, the Most High shall recast the wrath of his indignation upon him.
That's right.
In the time when they're telling themselves everything good, in the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom. And you're looking at that kingdom right now. That's right. This is the kingdom being set up. Every time you see a camp, that is the kingdom of heaven starting to be set up on the face of the earth. Every time, whether it's Great Millstone, whether it's IUIC, whether it's GOCC, what's the main thing we say? What's the main thing? Israel rising back up. But it's just that Great Millstone have 100% truth. But the main thing we said, as Apostle Elagaba said, you have to see the bigger picture. It's about the bigger picture. The Most High said raising back up the kingdom. But it's just that we happen to be the ones, as Ezekiel 37 say, the ones who had the breath in them.
Can.
That somewhere wake up without the breath in them. They would have known there's Israelites, but they would not have the breath in them. Then it was some who will. That happened to be the great millstone from the apostles come all the way down. Yes, sir?
This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 5. It says, ye also as lively stones are built up a spiritual house and holy priesthood to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to power by Yahweh Shai HaMashiach.
That is what we is. We built up a spiritual house. Every time you see we come out, everybody represent a brick in this temple what being built right now.
Can.
We represent a brick in the temple being built right now. And the temple being built before the eyes of these heathens. Just as in the days of let me get second as just 6 verse 1. Second Maccabees 6 verse 5 verse 1. Second Maccabees 5 verse 1. If not second Maccabees, first Maccabees. All the same time. Then first Maccabees.
The book of 1 Maccabees chapter 5 and verse 1. But when the nations round about heard that the altar was built and the sanctuary renewed as before, it displeased them very much.
What displeased them? When Jake started back to do what they're supposed to do to serve the Heavenly Father? This is why they're so mad. Revelation 11 verse 8. Verse 8, 9 and 10. Somebody get that?
Revelation 7 verse 9. 11 verse 9. 11 and 9.
Yeah? Read verse 9. Read verse 10.
Okay.
Revelation 11 verse 10.
Revelation 11 and 10. And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them, and make merry, and shall send gifts one to another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwelt on the earth.
Well, the two prophets represent the outside Israel and the outside Judah. Well,
Verse 11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them, and saw them.
so when we stand back on my feet, what has always happened to the nation? They'll get terrified.
Can.
They always just get terrified. They do that in Ezra too. In Ezra, when we start back to build we think, do what we think, they come and disrupt we. They frustrate we. They do that then when Yahushua was on the scene, what they do the burn down the temple? When the Babylonians come for we, what they do the burn down the temple again? And guess what? The Edomites was at the helm of that too. Because it said that in first Ezra chapter 4 and verse 45. Somebody could get that first Ezra 4:45.
They burn down all the physical temple that we built.
Right?
But the temple that what the Lord God uses our bodies.
That is what I get here. Yeah. Well, yeah, but what? First Ezra 4:45.
First Ezra chapter 4 and verse 45. Thou also hast vowed to build up the temple which the Edomites burned when Judea was made desolate by the Chaldees.
Right, the Chaldeans is the Babylonians and them. Who burned the temple? The Edomites. Them was right there. There wasn't even power yet. This talking about the second temple what was going to build. That was after the bet. After the bet with which one stronger if his woman wine the king or the truth. What was his name by? Zerubbabel was telling Darius or Cyrus, one of them, hey, you did vow to build the temple, but the Edomites and them did burn, so build it back. And it's true Zerubbabel, the temple ended up building back up. The second temple. But who burned it down? The first time. The temple was Solomon made. The Edomites. Who destroyed me in 70 AD? The Edomites. The Romans. But now our temple is being built before the eyes, which is nation of Israel coming back to the truth. You also as lively stones are built up a spiritual house. And this temple, they cannot destroy. They can't do nothing. Because the angels of the Lord encamp round about them that fear him and deliver them.
That's right.
They can't do nothing. This is why we can stand up on your street corners and tell you that your kingdom going down to your face.
That's right.
Right? All because why? It's prophecy as well too. Because in the days of these kings, you kings, shall the God of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. Well, go ahead and Daniel if you have it.